Ooh.
Stress-free, leave your kids at home. Leave your kids at home. Do your two-step, get your groove on. This is feel good music, you can move on. Relax, stress-free, leave your kids at home. Leave your kids at home.
What up, everybody? It is Tuesday night. We are here once again with tomfoolery and hijinks for all those who care to be a part of it. And I have with me my beautiful, lovely sister, my favorite person to grill, chill, or kill with. She is Healthy Carnivore. Say hello to everybody.
Hello.
There is someone else. There is a creepy lady lurking backstage, and it is look who it is, everybody. She's creepy. Red hair, red glasses, red lips, but you are just a delight this evening. I see you. That is great. All right, I love it. Love it. Well, let's start with you, Laura. Anything new and exciting in your life here on Tuesday?
Yes.
Okay.
I have about 195 pounds of deer meat in my freezer.
You
And
must
I feel really bad that my husband has this brand new rifle and he didn't get any first season. But we start again Thursday.
Well, you sent me a picture of one, and you must have caught about 40 more because that little one looked like you didn't need. You could have just tackled him and drug him to the truck. I go.
That was actually, yeah, that deer was I think 140 after field dress. So that's pretty good.
Listen, that's very insulting to insult someone's hunt if you tell them that their hunt wasn't. So I don't want to do that to my sister.
I don't take offense.
Hard to hurt your feelings, but you see me picture that part. I'm like, I think you could have just chased him down, tackled him like what they do in the rodeo, where they grab those things.
Oh yeah, mutton busting and all that. yeah. No, actually, the doe that I shot on Saturday, she's the biggest doe I've ever shot. And then I did shoot a buck on Sunday, and he had even a bigger body, and he just had like little broken rack. He's just one of those they call scrub bucks that you kind of want to get him out of the genetic pool. So, yep.
Yeah.
So,
well,
so it was good.
I know what you mean. If they don't have a great rack, you're not interested.
That's right. Great racks.
And speaking of great rack, it's Amy.
How you doing?
What a segue that was.
Yeah.
Look, the show's taking a turn for the worse already, ladies and gentlemen. We
It
missed
is.
you this week. You
I
were
have been, I've been studying for Kilt's class and PhD, and there's a ton of homework. And is it me or do I look like a vampire tonight? Like some, I'm trying to.
it's not you, but that's okay. We don't. I'm ugly. I'm here. So it's like don't worry about it. As long as I'm on the screen, you will never be the worst looking person. Okay, that's all you have to.
Like I
That's
need
all
some
you do.
sun. Some sun. Laura's got this great complexion, and I even turned my light off over here, so I don't know what it is.
She's been out killing things. You can't compare yourself to her.
Yeah.
So,
I've been
What?
eating liver and kidneys and
yeah,
delicious.
come on, man.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who's in the room here. The regular Sandy is here. Hello there, beloved. Put the bottle down, Sandy. I already know you're tipping. You've been back since 10:30 this morning. Stop it. Lay off of the booze there, Sandy. But good to see you, beloved. Gemma says, good evening. Looking forward to live. Always fun. Well, depends on who you are. But yes, it's always fun for most of us. Yeah, Jerry is here. She says, hey, Russ and the gang. I think you have us confused with Cool and the Gang. That's,
Yeah.
a whole different group. Get down on it. They sing that. Get down on it. So let's see here. I can kill Jimmy. She couldn't wait. She was here early, bright early. Linda Flanagan says, hello, everyone. Hello to you. Quack, quack, heart attack is in the building. Is quack time coming? Good to see you, brother. Glad you're
About Rick earlier today, actually. I had somebody talking about a specific type of reptile they had as a pet, and I go, oh, I know somebody who likes those.
Yes, I know
And I
somebody.
was like,
And if you listen, family, if you see a crazy tall man on a bicycle, driving a bicycle with one hand and holding an iguana by the tail in the other, leave him alone. Okay, I'm just telling you, that is a dangerous man. Don't, just you don't want it. Trust me when I tell you, you do not want to be a part of that. Leave him alone. I think people are talking amongst themselves. Brian says, hello, everyone, and also you, Russ. Hey, listen, I am happy to be an afterthought. You think you're insulting me by you afterthought? You are not, sir. I will have you know I am proud to be an afterthought. It is not a problem at all. I'm looking forward to some really good laughs tonight. Well, we'll do the best we can. What about a chuckle? Will you be satisfied with just a chuckle? It's a sniggle. What about a sniggle?
It's a belly laugh.
A sniggle. Let's go here. Charge of Moments is always good laughs here. We surely hope so. That's what we aim for. We don't want you to learn nothing. Okay? We want you to laugh.
A little.
And just no, I don't want that. I accept that. I tolerate that. I endure that. But yeah, then go find the channel with some smarter people. George, good enough. Greetings from the UK, where I've just started watching Lonesome Dove. I still want to be a cowboy when I grow up. Mamas, don't let your babies grow up to be cowboys. Yes, that's a song that's from yesteryear. Don't let them grow up to be Bengals. Some bull junk. Although, okay, listen. This was a great week for Ohio football. My Bengals snuck up and beat somebody. My stinking Bengals won a game, family. And my Buckeyes, of course, they handled business in the snow, in the big house, although it did not start well. I don't know if any of you watched the game, but it started out bad, and I was like, here we go with the bull junk. I had to double check because I thought I might have been watching Notre Dame. I'm like, this doesn't look like our helmets. Hey, our helmets aren't gold, but we are playing like a bunch of fighting Irish right now, so I had to make sure.
Wait, the new rankings just came out at 7 p.m. on ESPN.
Yes, wherever you are at, you're too highly ranked. You're overrated. Wherever you are, okay? I just want you to know that wherever you are, you're overrated. Okay? Go ahead. You can't curse, but if you want to say something nasty to me, you can do that.
I got to find out what it is. It says 13. That can't be right.
Oh, that could be that could be right. That could be right. Well, yeah, it's right.
We were 10. How did we go to 13?
Because you stuck on wheels. Maybe you stink out loud. I mean, Because okay, that's enough. That's enough Irish crime today. And I may or
13.
may not listen. I was disappointed that you were not here last week, and I was frustrated. And I may or may not have called you an Irish floozy. Now I don't remember.
I heard that. I heard that. I watched the replay.
I don't
watched the replay.
recall. Is there tape of that? Is there a recording of that?
There is. And it was right at the very end, like the last few seconds, and you can't.
I want
You can't.
to take that back. You are not Irish. Sergeant says, I'm kidding. Listen. I was, I was just hurt. When you weren't here, I just, I lose myself. Let's see here. Free Thinker says hello. Russ and Laura, hello to you, Free Thinker. T. Lewis says, good evening, all. Good grilling time. That's right. That's right. Be grilling, baby. We haven't said that in a while.
That's right.
Opportunity says, I just rented the freezer. My mom's put out some lamb steaks I got from my favorite butcher in Marble, North Carolina. Love that. I roasted a leg of lamb for Thanksgiving. Wasn't my best work, but it was edible.
Yeah.
What else we got here? Let's see if we get everybody. Yes, we have Cheryl. Hello, beloved. Says, good evening, everyone. Bruce is here. He's yawning already, ladies and gentlemen. Got his fuzzy pajamas on, but he's with us for now. I love that. Yes, you do look like you got your pajamas on. Sandy says, Lord, I'm going to do it in Sandy's voice. Lord, looks beautiful tonight. That's just so I think fabulous.
I did have a 20-ounce ribeye earlier today, cooked in butter at a restaurant. First time they've listened to me. It was wonderful.
Yes, that's my impression of Sandy, ladies and gentlemen, at 9:00 on the night. I don't sound like that restaurant. I don't know what you're talking about. Okay, just sit down before you fall down, Sandy. That would be my advice to you. Harley Forever says, what's this channel about? Wow. Let me think of something.
There's nothing of everything.
Nothing. Yes, that's exactly right. To summarize, we are ketogenic people who hang out and like to laugh and fellowship with one another. And if people do have questions about ketogenic living or ketogenic diets, we do have people here that can help them with those things. And in between hijinks and tomfoolery, we do occasionally answer a question about something serious like your health and life and death. How about that?
Yeah.
There you have it. So put that biscuit down, get some beef that's ground, my friend.
That's right.
What we do here. Congratulations. I don't know what. Oh, yes. She was talking about her deer meat. That's right.
Yes.
Let's see here. George says, I got a deer back in May, but it cost me a new car. That's right.
I've gotten them that way too. This was much cheaper. This was less than $3 a pound because I processed it myself. So yeah.
I love that. Jiffy says, okay, I guess Jiffy's changed her name. She's got her old stripper name on there. Jiffy 388 Strange Animal. The Strange Animal.
Like
that used to be known at the clubs. Back at the Pink Rhino. Coming to the stage.
Like
Strange Animal. Wow. Hey, listen, if you got a stripper named Strange Animal Family, just leave all your money there. Just trust me, you're not going to get out. My father-in-law is giving me deer meat and half a cow. Man, now that's love.
Ooh, that is.
Love. Granny Boo, somebody.
I'm up for adoption.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's wonderful. Brian says, Amy, you need to get some sun. Well, that's insulting.
It's just the light.
You have insulted.
No, I'm really white. I'm really white, but
I believe that, but
I think it's a virtual background I'm using. Honestly, I think it makes me look whiter.
But sometimes if you just do the blur, I do the blur that way they can't see all my things that are behind me that they don't all need to know what I have.
In the world you would change that. Oh, that's a virtual background.
I wanted that for Russ because that's actually a painting hanging in my living room, but I'm in my office, so I can't sit in front of that painting. But I did that for Russ.
Well, there you go.
I'm totally confused. So you actually have the painting,
Yes.
It's a
That's
virtual.
hanging above my. Yes, and I took a picture of it. But
Gotcha.
I'm live streaming in my office, and so that painting's not in my office, and I'm not taking it down because it's huge.
Yes,
But
it's
and there's my diploma too.
I see
Good.
that.
Also
So
hanging in my living room.
it's hard when you have your virtual background. I learned this from Adam. Shout out to Adam Lacey.
What'd you learn?
Lighting everything. You want to have it as dark as possible with bright light shining on you. And then you don't have the clipping and the sort of things like, see, like you can't see it because I don't, but I have two huge spotlights over top of me in a dark room. And that's why, like, when I move and stuff with my back, you can't really see
Hold
any.
on. So when I turn on my spotlight, I look worse.
Yeah,
Hold
well,
on, I'm gonna
again,
do it.
it's a like because people do ask me that from time to time, like, why does your virtual background never, it's like it
Yeah.
never pixelates or whatever.
Maybe not. I'm still white.
Yeah, but you probably got, like I said, the way again, this is not me. This is Adam Lacey. He is, very smart when it comes to these things, but he's like cameras, just the way they're built, always will focus on the most lighted thing. So you want to be the best thing you can do is be in a dark room and put bright spotlights over yourself,
Right.
and the camera will fix right on you, and it won't even look at the virtual background, which is why I can turn and jump and do all kind of things and move all kind of way, and you can't because the room is dark except for these big lights that shine down on me. They're big LED lights. So, in any event, this has been a lighting lesson, ladies and gentlemen, for YouTube viewers. But that's the number one thing most people.
Mostly I look now with just that spotlight on though. That's terrible.
Well, because you're
And you
not
turned the light off in your room?
right.
Yeah.
Because so your room is
Oh.
dark other than the spotlight.
Yeah.
He said that the light wants to pull from the brightest spot. That's a good sign. Your beautiful face is a bright spot.
Well, I'm washed out
Yeah.
with the
Okay.
light.
See, Amy being dissolved by her virtual background. Yes. Well, it's all right. We're fine.
It's okay. Yeah.
It says, haha, drinking coffee. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
normally use those. I just did this for Russ.
Well,
Irish
I
coffee,
appreciate it.
Sandra.
You're kind. Jimmy says, I don't shoot deer like Bambi. Love Bambi. I think,
I
listen,
love Bambi too.
yes, Bambi's
I
delicious.
don't
That's exactly
Yep.
right.
I don't shoot Bambi's either. I shot Bambi's mom.
Oh, my.
And Bambi was nowhere around mom, so I don't shoot does with babies with them either. Even though they're weaned at this point, I still don't do that. I can't do that.
Jimmy says, Amy, you look great. Well, that's compared to me. I don't blame him for that. It's the worst of arms. I hear you on that side. Marla Kelly. Hey, Marla, good to see you, beloved. Good evening, everyone. Guadalajara. That's right. Rick has talked about more than anybody else. Well, Rick is, very interesting. Never a
He's a
dull
superstar.
moment, and always something to talk about.
The other thing I talked about Rick with today was my mom. I went to her house, and this is not saying that Rick is a hoarder, so I'm not saying that. My mother is a hoarder, and she happened to have like the same type of microphone. And I was like, "Is that an Ed McMahon?" And she goes, "Yeah." And I was like, "Holy crap, I know somebody else that's got one of those."
Yeah,
And then she goes, "Does he have one of everything?" And I was like, "I don't know. I haven't been to his house." And I
yes,
said, "You have 5 of everything."
yeah, yeah. Bill, what's going
Yeah.
on, brother? Good to see you. Bruce says Rick was thinking about you today. Wife and I went to the grocery store tonight, and she was looking for duck sauce. That's
There you
right.
go.
You want duck sauce? You want duck anything? And you haven't lived until you've had his duck feather stew. Let's see here. We have Amy. Shauna Campbell says hello. Hello, Shauna. Good to see you, sis. Glad you're here hanging out with us tonight. It wasn't me that grasped on you, Russ. Honest. Don't know what that means. That's must be a British thing there. All right. Jimmy says, Amy, how is your pinched nerve? I hope better. You can tell everyone You have a pinched nerve. Are you
I had one on my right shoulder, and that one I thought I was dying because I couldn't breathe, like it hurt to breathe. So I kept thinking I had a blood clot in my lung because I just had surgery 5 weeks ago. And then
Sounds
that
like
went
a phrenic
away.
nerve.
Yeah, and then now it's on this side. It doesn't hurt to breathe, but it's like radiating down the back of my arm. I think it's stress. I think it's stress from having my family at my house. I really do. I think I just like for Thanksgiving, I think it's holiday stress is all it is. Seriously.
I'm sorry. I'm laughing at your pain. That's terrible.
I think you need to shoot things, but not people, just shoot things.
things.
Go shooting.
Probably.
That makes me feel better. Yeah.
Probably.
I may or might have not been called a pain in the butt and a pain in the neck, but I've never been called a pain in the shoulder. So I don't know what that means somebody's causing you pain in your shoulder. Is that worse or better than being a pain in the neck or the pain in the butt? I don't know what that is.
I don't know.
All right. Sandy says, love you. And I love you back, you lush you. I love you to death. George says, Sandy was in the chat with Dr. Kelts on Sunday. She went to Kimmy Wine again. Sandy, were you oh, she was in the chat. I thought she was on. Yes.
That's funny.
Sandy's just fine. She's all right out there in Lake City. She is wonderful. Rush Channel is just fun and music. That's right. That's what we aim for. Rick says, I need to build a Mad Max style truck with a bumper for You have a white van, sir. You have a creepy white van, sir. That's all you need. Thanks, Russ. I'll take every dollar you got. Yes, I know. Hey, are you sure we haven't crossed paths some? There was a time back in the time. Yeah, it's how I may or may not have rolled back in the day. I'm much more thrifty now. I guess some people call it cheap. I'd say I'm too tight to be cheap. So you want to get $1 out of me these days, it takes a lot more than shaking it in a cage. Speaking of shaking it in a cage, Lizzie's here. She probably just slapped somebody. Calm down. I keep telling you that. Calm down. Violence is not typically the answer. I'm just saying, it's not the first choice.
Sometimes it is necessary.
Yes, it's the one that we're all afraid of. Good to see you, Lizzie. You changed your name, Lizzie World 007. Yes, that's let's see here. Amy looks great. A virtual background, your hair going up and down, sweetie. She's fine. Don't you worry about it. Sorry, I got
I like that.
Bill said hello to me on Doc Nelson's show. Look at that.
Good.
Shout out to my man Bill. I don't know if Bill made it. I heard Bill was going to make it to Keto to hack. I don't know if he did or not. I would say he probably didn't because he would have been with Carrie and Jen and everybody, I would guess. And I was with them but didn't see him. But I don't know. Cameras don't catch vampires. Shots fired. He's really on. He's really on tonight.
Man.
Amy, have you checked your ferritin levels lately? I have a feeling that's some vampire humor, family. I don't know for sure, but I don't not a vampire humor. Because I have a little of everything. Sure, 55H Mike. There's your model number.
Yep.
Bill, the sound isn't working. Now that could be a good thing because I don't know that we said anything worth hearing tonight, Bill. Just being honest with you. Dumpster chicken, yes. That is a delicacy that our friend Rick. I get my chicken from Dixie, ladies and gentlemen. The Swift. Chan's. Oh, is that my man Chan? Is that my pirate brother there? I don't know. He doesn't have the. Hey, I don't recognize you without the patch, brother. So I'm just trying to tell you, man. If that's our brother, Arg brother, if that's you, man, or it's an imposter. But good to see you.
Yeah, his real name's Patrick. if it's him, but he usually has the patch, so I'm not sure.
Oh no, I just he looks like from the side. It looks like it could be him.
Yeah,
And he said, "Hey, family." So I'm just
yeah.
I don't know, but you're welcome, brother. Glad you're here. Let's see who else we got in there. Is that everybody? It said Bill's not ready to fly just yet. Soon, apparently. Gotcha. I gotcha. Yes, his wings have not grown in fully, ladies and gentlemen. He's
Mhm.
gonna grow his wings there. Amy looks like Julie Louis Dreyfus from Seinfeld. Yeah, she does have a little bit of a Julie Louis Dreyfus look here. Retired Rick
It's
says,
my favorite shows.
Yeah.
yes.
Seinfeld, I
I
love
saw
it.
something today, ladies and gentlemen, that I thought was interesting, and I want to see how you feel about this because I have some differing opinions. Maybe you guys know that I follow the stock market and things of that nature. And today, all of the sugary snack companies were down, Pepsi and Coke and all that, because the city attorney in San Francisco, I can't believe I'm going to say this. Nothing good comes out of San Francisco except except for the carnivores that move. But the city attorney in San Francisco has announced he is going to sue all of these manufacturers because of the food they make makes people sick, and they are tired of it, and so they're going to sue them. Now, I know this is a money grab because pretty much everything is. And I certainly am no fan of the sugary snack, and soda companies most of the time. But I don't know how I feel about this. I don't know. What do you think about that, Amy?
Suing the sugary snack companies, or
Yeah. What do you think about them suing them because their food is unhealthy and all this and that? I don't want to say how I feel, other than it's a money grab. But how do you feel about
yeah.
it? Do you think that's what they should do? You think that's a step too far? What do you think?
I mean, I don't know. I have mixed feelings about all of that. I don't know that it's going to work. I mean, everyone has a choice to eat what they want, right? I think there are certain things that are ultimately
Except kids.
dangerous that should
Mhm.
be banned. Like there are certain chemicals that are probably cancer causing and
Mhm.
stuff like that. Maybe we should pursue banning that stuff, but
Mhm.
ultimately, or can we sue for sugar? Can we sue,
Mhm.
sugar companies, or I don't know. I'm a get the government out of our business kind of person, and I think Laura's probably that way too. So like,
Mhm.
I don't know.
Yeah.
People have the right to make money too, but we also have the right to educate people, and I think that would be a better route is pursuing education and not being sue happy citizens. I don't know. Or
Yes.
governments.
I think that's
That's my opinion.
that is a very reasonable opinion and surprisingly logical from a Notre Dame graduate. But I expected wah, 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 but that's okay. That was very well put. I like that. What do you think, Laura?
So the only way I think that it's a good idea that they would do any type of suit against any of these makers, like PepsiCo, any of those, is when it comes to anybody under the age of 18. All these things that are pushed into your schools, starting like at your primary, like kindergarten through 6th grade, junior high, high school, because they're if a kid has a vending machine with apples and cheese sticks and they've got Pepsi and Twinkies, which one are they going to pick because they've tasted those, they know they make them addictive. That's the only time. Once
Why,
you are 18,
why should you sue somebody for that? You can. I mean, at the very least, put
because
a
they know.
on it, but you don't sue somebody for that. I mean, you don't. If you put a beer machine in there, you have to ID people and say, "Well, you got to be 21
Yep,
to have the beer." But
right.
you don't outlaw the beer. So why is that different? If you
But
have a food or something that you feel like a kid shouldn't be eating, then put an age restriction on it. You don't sue.
Right, but that's what I'm saying. So, but what happens is, just like with the FDA, you've got these entities that are together that shouldn't be. So, Big Food is in with the Department of Education. Like there are contracts with Pepsi. So that's where I say that's the only time where I can see where they should be able to do that. And because of not really bad marketing, but we know that they knew all these side effects, all these things, how detrimental it is to children, yet they knowingly push that direction. That's the like I said, under 18's one thing. After 18, as soon as you can sign your name on a dotted line to fight for your country, you're old enough to make your decisions. Under that, I can understand where they might do something like that. It won't go anywhere. It's just a frivolous. They're not going to get anywhere with something like that. And
Oh,
yes, I like
I
less
disagree
government.
with you. I disagree with you. They're suing them in California. Okay,
Yeah.
there's a reason why they're not suing them in Texas or Louisiana, because the people out there, cuckoo, cuckoo, cuckoo. So it's like, I'm just saying, there's a reason why they're doing that, and they'll, have some emotional, somebody crying on the stand. It was perfectly happy, and I ate a Twinkie, and it ruined my life. And they'll have all kind of sob stories of people, just crying about, all the, it's just a nightmare of
I think if you look historically at California, though, when it comes to lawsuits against like McDonald's and places like that, they don't always do so well in those places. Not as well as what you would think that they would. But it's just like the lady that sued McDonald's over the hot coffee. Don't you know it was hot
Yeah.
freaking coffee? It's like come on, but yeah, I do like the idea of government being smaller. I do agree, like with Amy though, that when we know that they know that these things are dangerous, cancer causing, estrogen mimicking, hormone disrupting things that shouldn't be allowed in there, that's where like the FDA needs to be handling those kinds of things, USDA, stuff like that. Um, and I don't know, maybe they will, maybe they won't. We'll see. Time will tell.
All right. Well, I will give my thoughts on it, but let's take a few comments from the family here. Bruce says, no one shoves sugary foods down anyone's throat. That is definitely true.
Yep.
Indiana Carnivore says tariffs on sugar. All right. Bill says it's like a drug. Sue, sue, sue. There's a Biden voter there. I'm just kidding. That's not.
No, I doubt that.
That's a joke, family. And please don't be insulted. Oh, no, look at that. See, now you're in the dark with your spotlight. And believe it or not, you're muted. I don't hear you, but
you hear me?
no,
yeah, now we do.
But you're not flickering and stuff like that so much because you got the light is focused right on you there, but we can't really see anything.
That's better.
And you look like a headless zombie. But I'm kidding. Let's see what let me see the other comments we had there. I think we had a couple more. I'm terrible with this. So no sue like Campbell soup, please, crazy. Said no suing as we can go so far on everything like Campbell's we grew up on. My mom made Campbell's cream soup for green bean casserole. Retired Crook says yay and crooks. Most politicians are lawyers. They love to sue. Yes. Insurance is the guy to behave like I work for the company, like moving around. Well, here's they did it to Marlboro. Yeah. Here's the thing. Here's how I feel about it. Sue them for what? What is illegal that they've done? Everything that they make is legal. In fact, half of the foods they make fit the USDA guidelines. You're supposed to get so many servings of grains a day. So if you eat a big bag of corn chips or a big bag of some type of wheat chips,
lots of veggies.
Yeah, that's what the government says you're supposed to get. And even still, again, now, so that's the one point. What are they doing that's illegal? You don't like what they're doing. You may feel it's bad for people, but that's not a grounds to sue. Just like cigarettes, it's the same thing. It says on the pack that it will kill you, and people still smoke it. Now, it certainly
But
is.
it didn't used to.
It's certainly addictive, and yes, yes, yes. But I think
Yeah.
even after the lawsuit, before the lawsuits, they did. Now, it is addictive, fair enough. Well, then outlaw the addictive. Outlaw nicotine. Or
It's
outlaw.
not it's actually not the nicotine that's the addictive part. So if you go to like Kentucky, you go to places where the Indian reservations dry their tobacco leaves, naturally sun dry them, or do like the hot, stone type. You don't have the addictive stuff to it. It is when they do the chemical and sugar processing, which is why they got sued, is because the processing that they did, they knew that it had much higher levels of cancer risk, addiction risk, all these things than what they had put out there. That's why they lost their
Why do
lawsuit.
people have nicotine patches?
Well, it depends. Some people do nicotine patches to block the nicotinic receptor sites, which help block viruses because they like to go into those little areas. That's why the first few months of COVID, a lot of our patients who smoked or had patches on or did chew pouches, they didn't get sick. They didn't get near as sick as the person who didn't smoke
Okay.
until it had like 2 or 3
Okay.
times down the road.
Okay. See, this is why I don't have smart people on the show, ladies and gentlemen. They confuse me. I'm very easily confused. Okay. I want you to answer this question for me and all the people out there with 7 or 8 brain cells, like myself. If nicotine is not addictive, then why do people get nicotine patches and gum to get off of cigarettes? It's the nicotine that they
Because
crave so they can chew the gum or wear the patch and
nope,
they don't have the nicotine cravings, right?
nope,
Stuff they
nope,
put in there to be
no.
addictive. They put they
Yes.
put they put
So
additives in the cigarettes and the food.
yes,
And
and chew.
what company? Yep, what companies
Yep.
bought the food industry after they got sued,
Yeah.
Russ? They
Okay.
figured out they could make the stuff more addictive.
Okay.
Yes.
That's
Tell me I'm
not
wrong.
talking. That's
Tell me
not
I'm
what
wrong.
I'm talking about. It's a very simple thing. If people take nicotine gum or a nicotine patch, it makes
I can
them
explain
not
it
want to smoke a cigarette.
because it blocks the nicotine receptor sites. So let me explain. When you smoke a cigarette, you're not
Wait
just
a
getting
minute. Hold on,
nicotine.
hold on. You said it blocks the
The
nicotine.
nicotinic the nicotinic receptor sites. So you've got receptor sites like little keyholes all in the brain, different places. And the nicotine goes in there. Okay. So what happens is when you are taking cigarettes too that have these other addictive chemicals, they cause a dopamine release. When you do a nicotine patch or those like knick-knack nicotine, that's just the nicotine and it doesn't have the additives, it blocks the receptor sites, which helps you get away from those things. But you really still have to fight the demons of the sugar withdrawal and the chemicals that they put in there to make it
You're getting
addictive.
nicotine a different way than from the cigarette.
But the nicotine isn't the part from the cigarette that makes you want it. That's the whole thing. People think it's the nicotine. I promise you, I've seen it thousands
No,
of
man, I
times.
believe you.
It's
I'm not
not the
smart enough.
nicotine.
I'm not smart enough to call you a liar. I can't. I can't. But I listen, and some things I will never understand. But if
Yeah.
nicotine is not the problem, then I don't understand why a nicotine patch solves the problem or nicotine gum solves the problem. If nicotine,
Nicotine patch and gum only help with a little bit of it getting you off of those products. It is never, I promise you, I'm married to a person right here that uses chew pouches. And when he tries to get rid of those, a couple years ago, he tried. I mean, he did those patches. He did the highest dose patch you could get. I'm not sure if he didn't have two on a couple times, didn't do it because even though he had on massive amounts of it, because it was the other chemicals in it that help release dopamine, which is that feel good, like rush that you get from sugar, from sex, from different things like that. And so it didn't help with that part because all it was doing was the nicotine part of it. And that's where I say it's not the nicotine itself that is the driving factor. There he is. That's Chance.
Arg, that's my man. That's
Yeah,
look,
Oreo patches.
that's the
Nah.
cool dude, man. It's just a picture of him. Probably is that's probably his high school prom photo in the other picture. I was,
It may have been.
listen, my man was 19. He had a, he was doing his thing. He was listening to
Has a groove on.
yeah. Okay, well, okay, gotcha. But the moral of the story is if something is, if you want to ban a substance of some type, ban it. But if it's not banned and it's perfectly legal, then how are you going to sue somebody for giving it to you? I mean, that's just, I mean, what is that? And that way, anything that somebody deems bad for you, you could sue them for. You know how many people would sue for giving us meat? You know how many people think
they're not
bad for you?
they're not gonna win a lawsuit on this was bad for you. You're going to win lawsuits like they did against the smoking companies, the tobacco companies, because of the false information. So they had documents showing that they knew, and they purposely had these chemists from Nazi Germany truly come over, and they knew how to mess with things so that it was more addictive and add the sugar and do these curing and these chemicals. So if you knowingly put a product out there and you only give this little bit of this is what you need to watch for, but here's the big monster back here, but we hide that. Yeah, then if you get sued, yeah, you're going to lose because you didn't put all the information. And that's what got the tobacco companies. It wasn't that what they had was, going to cause cancer. They knew that, but it was all the other things that they were hiding, even though they knew about all of it.
Okay. Now, that leads me to my second part of my argument.
See, we're getting way too smart today, Russ.
Yeah, I'm starting to get indigestion. But that's that's okay. But that's okay. That's okay. I brought up the topic, so you can't blame me when
That's
you bring
right.
up a topic and I just got to get dumber people on the show. But but the bottom line is, for me, it has always been, and if you guys have ever, like, anybody's followed me for any length of time, you heard me say this a million times, is that our fight is not against food. Our fight is against misinformation. I am not the food police. I am, however, the Food Information Bureau. And
Yes.
it is important to tell, because 90% of people will make the right choices for themselves if you give them good information. So when you tell somebody to eat oatmeal to lower their cholesterol, and cholesterol is bad for you, or Cheerios are heart healthy, or all this stuff, and red meat causes cancer, then you can't be mad at a person for wanting to eat, plant-based and all that stuff, because again, their doctor is telling them that it's best for them. If their doctor told them, like our doctors to eat fatty meat and egg with the yolks, they would do that. I mean, I have a family full of people who will literally do anything their doctor tells them. Their doctor could tell them to put their left foot in and shake it all about, and they'll be hoping until the cows come home because, well, my doctor said I need to put my left foot in and shake it. So it's like, go ahead, Amy.
Here's the struggle I'm having, right? With friends and family. And we all know this because we've all been here. I have a person who's a friend of mine, both her and her husband have both been diagnosed with SIBO, which is intestinal bacterial overgrowth, right?
Yep.
Where bacteria gets into your small intestine. And I'm like, I sent them Dr. Barry's video on SIBO, and they're not overweight. They don't have any weight problems. They otherwise look generally healthy, but they're dealing with these severe gut issues. And I know what those are because I've had symptoms of that, and it's not pleasant. And to me, I would do anything to fix that, right? Anything. You tell me to go out and eat a mud pie, and I would probably go out and eat a mud pie.
Yep.
I sent the video and I said, here's some information for you to look into. I wasn't being too pushy. And the response was, yes, we understand that keto and carnivore could help this, this condition, but it's not something we're willing to give up. We're not willing to give up all
sick enough yet.
That's what I was thinking, but I lived in a bathroom
Yeah.
for 2 years. I know that's TMI, but I mean,
I've
like, I
I've
was
I've had
willing to
people.
do anything, anything.
Yep.
Like, if I had to
Well,
Yeah, I
go through
know.
a colonoscopy every week, I don't get it. I just
Yeah.
don't get it. So you can preach and you can give the information and you can be subtle, you can be friendly,
Yeah.
and there's still people out there that their condition as bad as as bad as SIBO is, and I've heard it's really bad. As
Yeah.
bad as that, they're still not willing to give up their stuff. The
well,
They're not
food.
thinking correctly either because they're nutrient deficient because their enzymes are not working because the top part of the small intestines. So they will be deficient in a lot of stuff. And so eventually at some point they will hit that brick wall where it's more than what they can tolerate. And that's what a lot of people do have to get to is what's their rock bottom for whatever.
I've never had SIBO, but I have had
Mm.
seaweed. Family, it's disgusting. Uh, Booby Goat says, "Hi, all. Been listening again. Hello, Aaron. Good to see you, beloved. Eat plenty of meat, drink, and smoke a lot. Are we going back to the 50s?" Hopefully not. That was not a pleasant time for many of my folks. Let's see here. Nicotine is an agonist. Well, I
Agonist.
happen to be a Christian, so we don't believe in that. And let's
She is correct.
I'm with you. Somebody else had a comment on there. It says, and Indiana says, I gotta read my Lewis and Clark jokes before I go to bed. There you go, my friend. Well, appreciate you hanging out with us. Have a great evening and rest of the week. Liquor not carnivore.
Yeah.
Back in the 1960s, the aviators were smoking on Top Gun. Bill says, seen a raccoon made it to ABC store, passed out Saturday morning in the bathroom. Two things I hate: sugar and oh Lord.
Sex.
Okay, moving
What?
right along.
What?
Oh, listen.
No. No.
He meant the opposite sex is
Poor
what
Rick.
he
Poor
forgot
Rick.
the word opposite. I hate them too, but I endure them because they have many useful features. I'm kidding. That's terrible. It's a terrible thing to say.
Especially racks.
Yeah. Well, my thing again is the misinformation that's out there is what we have to fight. We're doing
Yeah.
it on the grassroots level. We've got our docs that are doing it in and out of health systems. But to go back to the point you were making, Amy, the only thing you can do if you care to with your family is try to find out why. What are they afraid of? Because again, understand invariably their doctors are telling them that this diet will kill them. So
Yeah.
it may not just simply be a thing of, I don't want to do it. Literally, my cousin went through this. He was living ketogenic, living his best life, losing weight, feeling great. He's a little older than me, probably 6 or 7 years older than me. And his doctor literally told him, stop it unless you want to die. Your cholesterol is up. You're eating way too much fat. You're going to stroke out. So I can't blame him for stopping because he got misinformation. And of course, I did my best. So in this case, he wasn't afraid to do it or try. He'd been doing it, but he was afraid to continue it. And for many people, the reason why they don't want to continue it is the same reason why people, why he didn't want to continue, is why people may not want to start it. If they feel like it's going to kill them, they're not going to want to do it, even though it may give them a health benefit. They may be like, well, okay, I won't have this problem, but I'm going to stroke out. I'd rather not be dead. I'd rather have some stomach problems. So then it's a matter of again, for some people, for other people, you save the savable. Some people you just got to let drown. I mean, that's just what it is. They're not. But if a person has a legitimate concern that any reasonable person would have, given the environment that we're in, then you address it. Of course, the number one thing, we all know this because we've been through this 100 times, cholesterol. That is the port, that is the dog, that is the bone that bulldog just holds on to. That is their port in a storm. Oh, your cholesterol, cholesterol. So once you can, if that's their main issue, then you just hit them with the facts about cholesterol. That's all you can do. Say, hey, cholesterol is not bad for you. It's not, it's good for you. Do you know that so much of your body, including your brain, is made up of fat and cholesterol? Do you know your liver makes cholesterol? Most people don't know these things. Very few
Mhm.
people have I ever met that know that their liver makes cholesterol for them. They don't know it. They think it comes from eggs and then what they eat. So that's a long-winded way of saying if you can find out what they're afraid of, then you can address that. It's like, what's the
And
objection?
information.
Yeah, what's
Tell them how to, like, go out and look. So, like, when I have somebody go, "Aren't you concerned about you're telling these people to eat this way and they're gonna have heart attacks or stroke or the," and I'm like, "Sure, I'm a cardiac nurse. Go out there," and I don't know if you'll do it on Google, but I know on DuckDuckGo and some of the other search engines, you can put in, like, what is the average cholesterol level of most stroke patients in the United States? It will shock you. It even shocked me, and I was there watching it, and I'm like, their LDL is like, you know, 29, 35, total cholesterol is 113, 140. I mean, they none of them that I have ever taken care of had high cholesterol, ever, not once. So I always tell people, like, go look up, like, if you're afraid of a heart attack, look up, the average person who has a heart attack, what is their cholesterol? What is the da, da. You have to know what kind of questions to ask them, but you could help them, like, what are you afraid of? Then tell them, like, hey, go look this up to see what that is, because that's not true. And if they look up centennials, which are people who live to be 100, their total cholesterol is always high and their LDL is usually above 180. Now, how did they make it to 100? Hello.
centenarians or
Centenarian, yeah, centennials.
uh, well,
Centenarians is another way.
yeah, it's again, some people do have valid concerns. I mean,
Mhm,
some people have valid concerns that they're getting from their doctors or getting from vegan. There are a lot of vegan and vegetarian YouTubers out there. My dad
and
sends me
lookers.
their videos all the time.
How does he? That's
And
cute.
yeah, and I mean, it's just what it is. So there are a lot of influences out there that are against us, and they're convincing. If you don't know, if you aren't grounded firm in what you believe, and you watch some of these folks, man, they'll have you looking for a head of lettuce but at the end of the video. They're like, man,
Yeah.
I know I got some asparagus around here somewhere, man. I know I got a can of green beans in there somewhere. I got to get them now. You know?
Mhm.
So you just have to, like I said, fight the good fight. That's all you can do. Shout out to my Buckeye brother, OH brother, wherever you are. I think he's in the desert fighting rattlesnakes and sand boll weevils and sandstorms. He's out there. Yeah, he's out there living. He's regressed, ladies and gentlemen. It took us 5,000 years to get out of the cave. He has gone back to the cave. I don't know if he's
Mhm.
out there yet in the plains. He may be snug as a bug in a rug in his home in Omaha, Nebraska. I don't know, but I need to catch up with my Buckeye brother. I've been expecting a sighting. Anytime our Buckeyes are doing well, semi-retired Bob usually makes a sighting. There's like a Bob sighting that you'll get. Haven't had one, but he's lurking. He is lurking. Shout out to you, brother. Glad you're all right out there. Yes, Chan said this is too intelligent. Yes, I agree, man. Listen,
Russ's fault.
I had a headache a half hour ago, man. I'm just hanging on here, brother. I'm hanging on. Somebody somewhere is getting some good information out of this. We have a lot of people that watch just because I'm a moron and they like to see what kind of dumb things I'm going to do and say, and they're not ketogenic at all. So these are the kind of things that get through to people when you least expect it. Just like the Reverend and other goofy things I do, it's amazing to me how many people tell me that they
Mhm.
out of some goofy thing I said, and you think people aren't paying attention or not listening, but they are. And when they get sick enough, they'll remember, that guy's told me to stop eating that. So instead of misinformation, get misinformation. There you go. Yes, doctor's all about numbers, cholesterol, all that. Yes, I was just with someone today having a long-winded discussion about, I'm trying to get him going the right way, and he said, "I'm gonna go to the store today. I'm gonna get some lentils," and so I'm like, "Don't you dare, lentils! What? Don't do, and get you some eggs and some fatty meat. But again, people just they aren't believers yet. They're sticking their toe in the water. Um, and they'll figure out. Say, I'll try and have a heart attack daily. That's
Me too.
yes, New York, New York. It's fine to be a part of it. New York, if I can make it there, I'll make it anywhere. It's up to you, New York, New York. There's lots of songs about New York. Some folks like to get away, take a holiday from the neighborhood. Have a flight to Miami Beach or to Hollywood. But I'm taking a Greyhound across that Hudson River line. No, see, I'm in a New York state of mind. Some Billy Joel for you, ladies and gentlemen. So, Bob, fellow. So, what?
That ain't good.
I hear that. I hope he's all right. He said must have been drinking like you. He was drinking with you, wasn't he? Said you guys got all tips falling down out there. Is that what they call it? Falling down on the ice when you had too much to drink? Is that what you call it these days? Yes, we hope our brother Bob says in Omaha watching from a heating pad on the phone. Fell clearing ice. Yes. There you go, brother.
Yeah.
Listen, eat a cow, man. That's how you get better. Eat a cow and rub some bacon grease on it. And you'll be all right.
A little Epsom salt here.
Yes, my way. I've lived a life that's full. I've traveled each and every byway. More than that, much more than that, I did it my way. For what is a man? What has he got? But yet himself, if he has not, or something like that. I don't know the words to all of it.
It's close.
Yes, I listen. I do the best I can, folks. I tell you, I smoked a lot of bad weed. I can't remember nothing. Do you think I need iodine because I do eat a lot of shrimp? I don't know. Is there a hormone when you are very angry that
you think too much iodine? No. You could always have that level checked to kind of see where you're at, because some people are able to get it out of seafood and others cannot. So you wouldn't know until you actually just get that test done. And I think that's one of them. You can own your own labs and have that done at a LabCorp just to be sure. Oh yeah.
I know a lot of Billy Joel songs. He used to do that. I am an innocent man. Yes, I am an innocent man. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. I know several Billy Joel songs.
I like his newest one, actually.
I don't know his new.
Yeah, it's actually really good. And probably his last, I think.
Yes, he's getting up in years, but yeah, he's still good. Lily said, okay, thank you. Sometimes you have to beat the shrimp for iodine. I don't know if that was a joke, but hey, listen. I don't violence is very seldom the answer. Amy is our
sometimes necessary.
Yes, Amy is our uptown girl. Jim had wanted me to sing Christmas songs. I don't know, family. You have to get a vote on that. Is it too early for that?
No, it's after Thanksgiving. It's just not before Thanksgiving.
I mean, it's only the second of it. I mean, hey, listen, I do know. I know Christmas songs. Did anybody else get the deal from On Your Labs that you're testing? Oh, wow. I've used On Your Labs before, but I did not. I don't know about a deal. Smooth says, hey, everybody. What's going on, Smooth? Think I missed Smooth earlier. Does anybody know anything about the On Your Labs deal? I'm not familiar.
I haven't heard that, but that's a pretty good deal to do. My practitioner I use, I have a regular GP, but I have a functional holistic doctor, and anything I want, she'll order. She's completely cool.
If you got a doctor that works with you, then own your labs. But there are a lot of doctors who will not. I've seen a million people to own your labs, or people like me that don't really go to the doctor, that just want to get their lab work done. Jerry has a question. Inquiring Minds wants to know. That is Jerry's way of saying she's nosy. Amy, after your Sunday show, have you reached the first level of monetization? Wishing, hoping, thinking, and praying that you did. She wants to borrow some money. She wants She wants like $5.
So it says I have, when you go into YouTube, it says I have 3,067 hours for the last 365 days. But when I go into earn, like when you click on earn, it says I only have 2,700 hours. So it's not updating in the earn, the monetization earn. And I'm also battling with Amazon too. I've lost my Amazon affiliate like twice now. Yep. That I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know. I don't really care. I'm just here for the people.
Yeah.
Here for the people.
Yep.
That's exactly right.
That's what I did. Same way. Yep.
That's just what I was thinking. Yeah, and by the way, oh, hold on a second. I got the wrong banner up here. What is wrong with me? Man, I am slacking on my duties there. Go to russellbrands.com and buy something right now, ladies and gentlemen. Right now. My sister
oregano oil and elderberry tincture.
For the ladies, we have tinctures for the ladies. We have oil for the men. Okay, it does come in a discreet package. If you're the dude, if you get some tinctures, it does come in a discreet package. Unless you live in San Francisco, then you can order all the tincture you want if your name.
You don't care,
and nobody would care. But if you're on a different side of the country and you're ordering tinctures, just know it does come in a discreet packaging, so you'll have no problem there. Gemma says, Amy, please watch 9 Lives of Christmas and 9 Kittens of Christmas. You will love it. We love cats. Why don't you just do better and just watch cats? How about that? There you go. Let's see here. So I guess I don't know, Jerry, beloved. People that I don't think know that. You may be the only one that knows.
That's good though.
That Gemma says Christmas songs. Okay. Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht, alles schläft einsam wacht. Look at that.
I like it.
That's all I know. They taught us that in 4th grade, Silent Night in German. I still remember that. That's because my 4th grade teacher whacked me with a ruler. But anyway. Yes. People making lists, buying special gifts everywhere. There's an air of Christmas joy. It's that once a year when good friends are near and you'd like to find a way to say the things that words can't say. Why don't you give love on Christmas Day? Every little child on Santa's knee has room for your love underneath his tree. Give love on Christmas Day. Yeah, no greater gift is there than love. There you have it. A Christmas song. Amy love Matchbox 20 and Santana, because you're so smooth. There you go.
Oh.
Steadfast says, my PCP will order most labs if I want help her determine how to code it. Yeah, Dr. Nelson told me that one time. He said most doctors don't want to order those tests because they don't know what to do with them. If they don't know the codes. Nelson comes back at 6 or 26, they don't know what to tell you. So
ICD-10, they don't know.
To me, that's a terrible reason not to do it. But
it happens a lot.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand that. I can sing the Cradle song in German. Guten Abend, gute Nacht mit Rosenberg. There you go. That's not singing, that's typing. But on this show, it'll do. Love Russ. Love you back, brother. Chaz has had enough. Ran him out of there with the Christmas song. Brother, I ain't mad at you. He's on to do pirate things.
He's like, I gotta go.
He's got to kill people, ladies and gentlemen. He is a pirate. So we're not too far behind you, brother. We are getting very close to fulfilling our contractual obligations to the family for the week. So let's see. Gary came in. I guess that's no slow. Is that Gary no slow? See how I put that together? See how
Mhm.
I'm a lot smarter than I look. I think that's it. Silent Night. I don't know if she's requesting that or I just identifying the
You
song that
say
I
silence.
in half and half German. Uh, George says, "You don't mean to come on
Mhm.
actually say trust me." We have singers. Oh, look at that! There you go.
Yep. Yep.
Lewis, I thought I saw him earlier, lurking about there. Doctor's work, various work Common Sense Labs includes.
Mhm.
Coach needed to order lab work. You can show it to your doctor. Look at
Yeah.
that. Lewis is another smart person, full of information and things like that. Which I'm
And the
glad.
more codes you come up with, the happier they'll be too, just because if they don't like a code when they run it, they can just keep on going. I usually try to attach 5 or 6 codes to everything.
Yeah. There you go. All right. Well, I think we've come to the end of the road, and I can't let go.
Mhm.
So natural. I belong to you. You belong to me. But somebody ought to write a song about that. Uh, as always, family, I appreciate you guys so much coming and hanging out with us. Hope you had some fun tonight. Hope you got some laughs tonight. And we will be back next week. Quack Quack Heart Attack himself will be in the building for tomfoolery and shenanigans. And we will do what we do next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Tell your friends, like it, subscribe, tweet it, share it, whatever you do with it. And the more the merrier. We appreciate you. Thank you so much. And until next week, I need you to keep your carbs low, keep your proteins and your fats high. And we'll see you on the next one.